Ate waza, te waza, Yubiken. Okay, I got some exciting things to tell you about these types of techniques. Yubiken, Nukite, Ipponken. I want to bring up MMA because it's all the rage. Everyone says, oh, the old archaic arts don't work, you got to throw it out. It's not true. The problem with the Koryu and Koryu-based arts and the earlier Gendai arts is that they often lack drilling. I'm involved in catch wrestling and other things. We say drillers make killers. It's true. And there's usually no randori. But the techniques are fine. Let me tell you something. They took a poll and they were talking to different MMA fighters about what the most dangerous techniques are. And I got some exciting news for you. Yubiken, Nukite, and other techniques. The #1 techniques that they said that they're afraid of is the eye jab. With all of their so-called new advancements, they cannot protect themselves against an eye jab outside of the rules and regulation of the sport. They said it can't be done. We haven't found a way yet. We must outlaw this. It's something to hold on to later on when we are showing you to have a new perceived value in these types of strikes. So they said that. So if you watch, guys get eye poked, they stop the fight. Now, if this was combatives, or if you were in an urban situation, someone pokes that eye, you go down, they're going to stomp you, right? So, effective technique. Another thing, Senpo Kakatogari, one of our best kicks, right here. They think they've discovered it. They think John Jones developed an oblique kick. It's around hundreds of years. It's been in our system for decades, and the developmental inspirations that inspired us had it. The fighters, not elite scholars, not mom and pop studying martial arts, the best fighters in MMA have said that when they got hit with that, words like jarring, life-changing, and my body never felt the same. Do not look at these basics, because you're going to see them straight line right now as just one tool. Putting them together with the dynamic footwork, I'm going to show you how our Shintai Ho can mirror things from boxing. Where's your creativity? So first, let's look at the weapon itself, all right? Now, there are different hinko-waza and different ways to use this. We're only talking about the acquisition of the skill to develop this. All right, so what we're going to look at is in the hand. I've seen people with their thumb out too far. It can get snagged, and it's just not good. So we have a very specific way that we do it. We pull the fingers in and create this bridge here, and then it comes up on top. This should hit soft areas. The throat, the temple, behind the ear. We're going to do application videos where we'll talk about the anatomy behind it. But if I use this and hit you between the seam of what we call katakurame in that shoulder, it's debilitating. It hurts. Now, I got good news for you. It can be used, and if you just come over here with me for just a moment, I can use this with soto irimi, stepping out, driving to the throat. Soto irimi, driving to the temple, to the eye. Now, I can do that. I can stand here like this and use kizamiuchi, like this, instead of a fist or a turning fist, boshiken, snapping that right to the eye. I can stand right here and say, right into the eye. It's scary. MMA fighters say there's no defense against the eye poke under duress when the fists are flying. Outlaw it, ban it, mandate that it not be done. That kick, it shouldn't be allowed. I've never felt the same. Are you still feeling that your basics aren't worth anything? They are. They threw the baby out with the bathwater. We have all the tools that you need. So Yubiken can come around in a circle, but there's a few things you have to be careful of. One, the angle of impact here, and we're going to do a secondary video where we talk about this. So it's like this. It's not really a fist with the thumb sticking out. You won't have the stability. Now, what's nice, and you'll have to use imagination because we're social distancing. This will remain a permanent video, but I'll add others. So I can be here and be very close, and if someone's throwing a punch, I can do koshin. And as I do koshin, come right into the eye. I can do koshin, come into the throat. One of the worst places to get hit with this, and I'm serious, I've used it in the field. I've hit people in the armpit with this. It's not funny. I can come here. So I can use sotori, I can use uchi, and these strikes are never robotic. We don't move like this. Yeah. I will hit you here and come up over it, right up through. We don't strike the way, say, Aikido and Daito-ryu do. Not at all. We had a fight lab, and those that were there, and we're going to put some video up. Most of the Aiki people end up huddled in the corner. Why? Because of things like not knowing how to feed their strike. I'm not going to go off topic, but even when we were discussing soto-irimi and using a kick, you don't want to step, soto-irimi, chamber, kick. And astute fighter's gone already, their footwork. That's why a lot of people end up running around trying to catch their tenkan or their irimi and get knocked up. You got to learn how to feed each strike. So when I come through here, I don't want to do irimi and go, irimi, yubiken. That's not how that works. I need to, under duress, be able to feed everything. So if I use hijiage, okay, to deflect, and I use irimi, I want to deflect that punch, but I need to feed that kick. I don't want to get here. So our basics, I can be here and throw yubiken, hiraken. I can throw anything I want. If I hit you in the throat with yubiken, it's horrific. Hiraken, any of these techniques coming through, do hijiwa to move your punch, and do gyaku hijiate right back. These all work. I will pull up specific fights, knockouts, and scenarios where techniques like that were used. Anderson Silva would come around here and then hit back. It's not just MMA, they didn't make that up, they're fine athletes. But I'm trying to tell you the tools that we have are dangerous. That's why you have to work on your personality and your principles. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That is Yubiken. It can be thrown linear, circular, spiral, all different ways. But you must make sure that you line the biological factors up properly, the anatomical, physiological aspects, or you will hurt yourself. So one last time, it's not make a fist, pull in here, and place your thumb up. There's more of a, it's sort of like hiraken, but we come here, and we place this here. This is very stable, very stable. It's like a little sharp object, slightly blunt object. So when we move out, I can come here in yokoashi, here, and come here. Why? I can hit here, arm hook. And we're never doing one thing. When I'm hitting you with Yubiken, I'm kicking low, and then I'm going to take you for a joint wrench. We have many more low kicks and striking possibilities in the other schools of Aiki. Watch their embu. And when we start coming out there, domestically and internationally doing embu, you're going to see very familiar joint locking throws, chokes, very familiar kozushi. But it's what we do. It's how we're coming in and how we're exiting that really matters. This is Yubiken.